If you're in your 20s and trying to figure out your life, then this video is for you, because these are the 7 things I wish I knew when I was in my 20s that would have made my life so much better, so much faster. And I learned these the hard way, going from a broke, overweight, college dropout to a multi-million-dollar entrepreneur who's reinvented his entire life. But holy shit, was it hard. So learn from my mistakes and take an unfair advantage for your life. And number 6 is probably the best. And yes, I said that to just keep you here longer. Sorry. First up, stop listening to other people's shoulds. Everyone in your life, and I mean everyone, has an opinion about what you should be doing. Your parents, your friends, your peers, society, hell, even me giving you advice right now, everyone has an idea of how your life should be and what you should want. But guess what? It's your life. So at the end of the day, only you can know what is right for you. And here's the thing, so many people I talk to feel stuck or feel behind in life. And when I ask them why, they think about it and it always comes down to them comparing themselves to someone else or comparing themselves to an expectation they never set for themselves. Does that make sense? So when they accept these expectations from outside sources, it creates pressure. And that pressure creates this overwhelm. And that overwhelm makes it hard to see clearly for yourself. And then you get stuck and then you can't make traction. So listen to others, sure, but consider it. You have to use your own discretion, discernment. At the end of the day, you have to stand up for yourself and decide what makes sense for the life that you want to live. And only you can answer that. My second thing is to say yes to everything and then say no. And let me explain. If I'm coaching someone that's a little bit older, say they're late 20s maybe, but 30s, 40s, 50s, like as you get older, I am a huge fan of saying no to like almost everything. Like there's a saying that every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you're saying no to the things that do. And I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. But when you're 18, 19, when you're in your 20s, like there's a damn good chance you don't yet know what the hell you want in life. Like not even close. So when you say no to opportunities to learn or to experience something new, you might be saying no to the very thing that could have changed your life. So try different jobs. Go volunteer, start random businesses and side hustles, like go on adventures with your friends, or better yet, go on adventures by yourself. Like put yourself in situations where you can meet new people, because the amount of knowledge you can gain in such a short amount of time is insane with this approach. Life has a funny way of lining things up when you put yourself out there. And once you start to learn what matters to you, like once you start to dial in what like your core values are, that's when you start saying no to the things and people that aren't aligned with that vision. But right now, you're not supposed to know what you want. So go do things and gain different perspectives on life. Number 3 is to remove distractions. And this dovetails off of number 2, because I'm suggesting you go and get as many diverse experiences as possible early in life. But the biggest thing holding people back are the distractions that they let rule their life. So they spend hours and hours scrolling on their phone, Netflix binges, gaming marathons, eating poorly to self-soothe, toxic relationships, like all of that takes up your headspace. And these things keep you numb, they stuck, they just keep you generally unwell. Now, like, I'm not saying playing video games is a bad thing. I'm not saying that any of those things are inherently bad, but when they stop being a conscious choice, they start becoming a major problem. And if you're spending hours doing the same mindless thing every day, you're not spending time experiencing new things. You're not spending time building skills. I'm not talking about the time you put into mastering something, like say you're learning an instrument or you're grinding to become a streamer or something like that. Like that's different because that's skill building. You're learning discipline, you're stretching yourself. But don't lie. Like you know when something isn't right for you. Even if you won't say it out loud, like you know, so get real with yourself. Identify the distractions that are keeping you stuck and get rid of them. Number 4, embrace failure. When you start trying these new jobs, you meet new people, you start businesses. When you remove the distraction and put yourself into uncomfortable situations, you will fail, and you will fail a lot. You learn something that makes you more dangerous for whatever you pursue next, all right? And guess what? You will probably fail again. You have to start looking at failures as a sign that you're moving forward. Like as long as you treat them as learning opportunities. Think of it this way. Imagine the life you want is buried behind 9 big failures in life. Like if you knew that, you would go out and just fail all over the damn place because you know that you'd have to get those 9 reps in. You know you have to fail before you can succeed. But guess what? That is what it's like. That's exactly what it's like. Failure is a prerequisite for success. So go out and flail and fail. Number 5 on my list is to get a mentor or several. I like having this one after failures. And here's why. The reason I would tell my 20-year-old self to find a mentor sooner in life is simple. They've fucked up a lot. I mean, they've fucked up a ton. And there's zero weakness in asking for help. It's called leverage. Every successful business I've had, every one of them that's made millions of dollars, I've found someone who had already done the thing that I wanted to do. Now, it didn't prevent failure for me, like I still failed, but it let me learn from their failures and mine at the same time. And that's how you increase your velocity. So drop the ego and go find someone who's been where you want to go and get there faster. That brings me to number 6, which is fuck fear. This one took me way too long to learn, and it's a big one, and it's not meant to be like some weird woo thing or something. Like, fear is real, and fear is controlling your life in ways you probably don't even notice. And fear is tricky because it can hold you back in life, sure, but it can also push you towards things you don't actually want. And now there's real fear, like what you would experience if a lion was trying to eat you, but the fear I'm talking about is the whisper in the back of your mind. It's the thing that says you're not good enough, that you're gonna look dumb, that no one's gonna like you, that you're weak, you're fat. Like these thoughts and the emotions that they create, they all stem from fear. Fear of not being enough, fear of proving someone right about what they think about you, fear of wasting your life. Fear thrives in the shadows of your mind. And the best way to deal with it is you have to shine a light on it. When you start feeling these emotions or you start thinking these certain thoughts, you need to pause and just ask yourself, what is the root fear behind this? Write it down. I use something that I created, which is called the fear ledger. Like it's literally a list of all of my fears in life. So if I notice that I'm thinking something or I feel a certain way, then I assume there's probably something behind it. So you start peeling the onion back and then you can get to what's actually causing it. Because a lot of times it's several levels underneath the surface of what you might think is bothering you. And when I figure out that fear, I write it down on paper, I type it into this fear ledger doc, and then it loses power. But when you let it swirl in your mind, it runs your life without you ever noticing. So identify it, write it down, and treat it like what it is, a lie. And whenever you feel fear holding you back or pushing you into something that you don't want, then say it with me, fuck fear. Go live your life. All right, we've come to number 7 already, which makes me feel like 7 is not enough because I have a whole bunch of other shit I probably want to say to you. But for this video, we'll stick to the 7 I promised you. And number 7 is arguably the most important. And as I'm looking at it right now, getting ready to tell you, it's like, I don't think my 20-some-year-old self would buy into this. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can understand the importance behind it because it is very important. And number 7 is love yourself unconditionally. Excuse me. In all seriousness though, you are enough. Like no amount of money, status, or achievement will make you feel whole if you don't believe that first. Now, you've probably been through some shit in your life. Like I've been through some shit, you've been through some shit, we've all been through some shit, but guess what? We're still here. And at the end of the day, if you don't learn to love yourself, you're going to spend decades fighting an uphill battle. Because if you believe and focus on all these negative things about yourself, then guess what? They'll probably stay true. The most powerful and freeing thing you can do is appreciate how badass you are. Because when you learn to love yourself without conditions, everything else, and hear me on this, including your relationships, your goals, discipline, success, like all of that becomes so much easier. Seriously, you become a better friend, you become a better leader, you're a better partner, because you can't show up fully for others until you allow yourself to fully be who you truly are. Stop on that one because I know it's a little deep, but seriously though, you are enough, you are a badass. Start loving yourself accordingly. All right, so those are the 7 things I wish I could have told myself when I was 20. Like I said earlier, there is so much more I'd probably want to say, but I'll stay with the 7. If you like that video, check out this video. And yeah, say it with me, fuck fear, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.